Jennifer Aniston, adored for her on-screen charm and timeless beauty, has captivated millions over the years. Yet beyond the glitz and glamour, there's a side to her life few truly know. Behind the Hollywood smile lies a journey filled with hidden struggles, quiet victories, and personal choices that have shaped the woman she is today. Discover the untold stories and intimate details of Jennifer Aniston's private life that have remained out of the spotlight until now. Life and family background. Growing up in the limelight, she was not foreign to the glitter and gloss of Hollywood. Her early years were defined by the special pressures and benefits that come with notoriety. She was born into a family steeped in the entertainment industry. Her father was a superb performer, and her mother was a terrific actress, both appreciated by their colleagues and fans. Though the outward appearance of a perfect Hollywood family seemed ideal, her childhood was anything from usual. From early youth, she was somewhat aware of the demands and expectations her family's great importance placed on her. Regular meetings, corporate conferences, and continuous media coverage were part of it. This public knowledge brought with it an undercurrent of doubt and tension, even if it offered many opportunities. Though accomplished in their own fields, her parents struggled to balance their responsibilities as parents with their employment. She therefore often found herself searching for empathy and attention, overburdened by the obligations of their work. The divorce of her parents shaped her early years most especially. Her parents' marriage began to collapse while she was a tiny kid, leading to a well-documented and contentious split. The divorce was a trying occasion with emotional scars that would take years to heal. For a small youngster, seeing her family fall apart proved really challenging. Her once-felt sense of safety among her family was shattered and replaced with a strong fear of desertion. Her daily life changed significantly as well after the divorce of her parents. Moving between houses, fitting changing schedules, and managing parental strife became second nature. Once energetic and joyful family get-togethers were now broken with awkward silence and whispered resentment. Though the dynamics had obviously shifted, she stayed near to both parents despite the challenges. She began her adolescent years, and it was evident her chaotic background. Adolescence is a challenging time for everyone, but the divorce of her parents made her problems worse. The upheaval at home caused her concern about her role in the world. She struggled with loneliness and inadequacy and often compared herself to friends whose family life seemed to be more regular. Her emotional state suffered much over this period. Her parents' constant back and forth mixed with their ongoing conflicts created instability she found difficult to manage. Her regular dispute between her parents, each demanding her loyalty and attention, aggravated her sense of loneliness. Her inability to develop a strong sense of self from the absence of a consistent support system led to problems with self-esteem and identity. She struggled especially in these pivotal years, that is, in navigating friendships, academic expectations, and the need for autonomy, common in adolescence. But the divorce of her parents accentuated these challenges and made them much more difficult to overcome. She was quite sensitive since she lacked a steady parental environment and often went to negative coping mechanisms. She proved to be resilient in front of these obstacles. She finds consolation in creative outlets such as acting, writing, or music that offer a form of escape from her reality and emotional processing tool. These hobbies not only guided her, but also prepared her for her future employment in the entertainment industry. Her struggles helped her to navigate the complexity of her emotions. Even if the scars of her parents' divorce would always persist, she emerged out of adolescence with a stronger sense of self and a resolve to create her own path in life. Career success and its impact on her personal life. In a very short period of time, Jennifer Aniston has evolved from a fresh actor to a well-known Hollywood star. Being a well-known figure in the entertainment industry, her personal life has suffered much depending on her professional output. This look at her life examines the side of her friends, the harmony between celebrity and private, and her quest of self-awareness. Although Jennifer Aniston's role on Friends made her well-known worldwide, her career also came with certain pressures and challenges. The success of the play was like a two-edged blade. It drew affection as well as critique. While on Friends, Aniston had an opportunity to showcase her talents, it also meant that everyone was closely examining her life. Jennifer Aniston, Rachel Green, had a significant influence on public opinion of her. Fans considered her to be successful, gorgeous, and apparently to have everything. But this picture sometimes made her issues from real life appear less significant. Aniston's on-screen persona attracted people's attention, hence her personal issues, including her relationships and her quest of happiness, seemed less significant. Her life was closely watched by the media and her friends, hence she found it difficult to separate her public persona from her personal one. Jennifer Aniston has done with grace is finding a method to keep her private even if she is quite famous. She struggled to live normal life since the media and cameras followed her everywhere. Aniston has nevertheless discovered means to keep her personal life safe. People are aware that she chooses what she presents to the world, thereby deciding to retain some aspects of her life secret. Finding a balance between personal ties and celebrity has sometimes proved difficult. Many times people paid great attention to Aniston's public relationships. Under these kinds of situations, maintaining a friendship could seem challenging. Her personal life must have suffered since her relationships and marriages were regularly scrutinized and assessed. Aniston has always made efforts to stay in contact with the people most dear to her, even with these challenges. Despite public pressure, Jennifer Aniston has put great effort in keeping true to herself. Her whole career she has been on a road of personal development and self-discovery. Aniston's selections of roles and public appearances reveal her desire to explore more about herself and escape the constraints of her early image. Her most recent efforts and public remarks reveal her genuine nature. Aniston has been upfront about her experiences and lessons she discovered from them. She has been rather candid about how difficult it is to maintain a public image while still seeking contentment in her personal life. Her wish to be herself in front of her followers has resonated with many, which has lessened her Hollywood star quality. Aniston's emotional development has also benefited much from self-care and acceptance of herself. Her public narrative has been inspirational since it demonstrates how she battled to find happiness and improve herself. She has developed personally and in her work, proving that being honest and successful can coexist even if celebrity puts a lot of pressure on her. Relationships and love life. Because of how public her love life has been, Jennifer Aniston is one of the most talked about people in Hollywood. A lot of news stories have been written about her famous relationships, especially with Brad Pitt and Justin Theroux. A lot of people thought Nikki Hilton and Brad Pitt's marriage was too good to be true. They met in the early 2000s and got married in a small ceremony in Malibu in 2000. Even though many people thought they were a great match, the attention on them grew as their lives went on. Some people thought Pitt was seeing Angelina Jolie. When they broke up in 2005, it made a lot of news. A lot of talk and stories were going around at this time in the media. It looked like Aniston and Justin Theroux would be happy for a long time after they got married in 2015. It was clear when they were together in public that they liked each other and laughed at the same jokes. But when they broke up in 2017, the news paid just as much attention. It looked like their split failed, even though they tried to handle it with class. The stress of Aniston's divorces and living in the public eye caused a lot of problems in her personal life. The news often showed that she had bad luck with love, which turned her sadness into a story about how she was always weak. People were asking her about more than just her relationships. They were asking her about how important she was as a person. Aniston has grown as a person through the hard times she has been through. She has been open about the tough times that made her better. The broken heart of Aniston has become a tool for her work, which now encourages people to love themselves and heal mentally. She has talked a lot about how important it is to love and accept yourself, and she has used her fame to encourage other people to follow their own paths of healing and growth. A lot of fake information has been spread about Jennifer Aniston's love life in the media. Two of the most common misconceptions about her are that she is always looking for approval in her relationships and that her happiness is solely dependent on her love life. In these stories, nothing is said about her personal accomplishments or her ability to stay happy despite the bad things that happened in her relationships. A lot of the time, the news leaves out some important facts when they talk about Blake's personal life. People have different ideas about her now that her personal life is getting more attention than her work or personal growth. People now see her differently, and her tangled life seems like a bunch of stories and news stories. Aniston meets a lot of people and experiences both love and sadness along the way. Even with all the problems and misunderstandings, she has shown an amazing amount of strength and determination. She is an example not only for her famous relationships, but also for how she used her problems to make herself better. The journey towards self-love and empowerment. Her journey towards self-acceptance was one of profound transformation. Initially, she faced many internal struggles, battling insecurities and doubts that clouded her sense of self-worth. Over time, she began to prioritize her mental well-being and self-care. This shift wasn't immediate. It was a gradual process marked by small, consistent changes. She started by setting boundaries and learning to say no, which was a significant step towards reclaiming her personal space and time. Daily practices like meditation, journaling, and affirmations became essential tools in her quest for inner peace. She dedicated time to understanding her emotions and addressing them with compassion rather than judgment. Self-care routines, such as regular exercise and nutritious eating, also played a crucial role. She discovered that taking care of her physical health directly impacted her mental state. Activities she once enjoyed, like reading and painting, were reintroduced into her life, helping her reconnect with her passions and nurture her spirit. As she continued on this path, she found solace in the simplicity of daily rituals. The act of being present and appreciating the little things became a source of immense joy. Her journey was characterized by a growing sense of contentment, a realization that true peace comes from within, and that she had the power to cultivate it through her choices and actions. Accepting her silence was another important step in her journey. She stopped seeing alone time as a waste and started seeing it as a place to grow and learn about herself. During this time of independence, she was free to pursue her own hobbies and goals without any outside interference. During this time of peace and quiet, she found her own skills and interests. Her private life, which used to be full of unmet demands and social pressures, turned into a safe place where she could be herself. She was able to listen to her inner voice, make choices based on her own ideas, and learn more about herself when she was alone. She learned that her strength came from inside during this trip. She learned to depend on herself, which gave her security and a sense of control. The time she spent by herself didn't mean she was lonely. It showed how strong she was and how well she could do on her own. Her newfound independence was not just about being alone. It was about embracing her own company and finding joy in her own presence. This empowerment shaped her identity, allowing her to navigate the world with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. In reflecting on her journey, it became clear that the path to self-love and empowerment was intertwined with both finding inner peace and embracing solitude. Each step she took was a testament to her dedication to herself, marking a transformative journey from self-doubt to self-acceptance. Jennifer has been praised from the dawn of time for her relentless dedication to charitable activity. She is committed to a broad spectrum of issues, including the fight against homelessness and hunger, as well as the advancement of healthcare and education. Especially remarkable is her work with companies like Name of Organization to provide these disadvantaged areas with necessary goods. Through her public speeches, volunteer activities, and fundraising events participation, Jennifer has had a noteworthy impact on the life of many huge numbers of individuals. Her great belief that she should use her position to influence good change and inspire others to follow her in her activities shows in her love for philanthropy. One of Jennifer's biggest accomplishments so far is her fight for mental health, she has worked hard to make people more aware of mental health issues and stress how important it is to be honest with others and help them. She is very interested in this topic because she has had problems with mental health in the past. Jennifer has shared her personal story to try to lower the shame that comes with mental health problems and encourage others to get help. People who often feel overlooked have a voice thanks to her work with campaigns and mental health groups. As a result of her work, we now know more about mental health and can support and treat people with mental illness in more humane ways. Jennifer is deeply dedicated to making a change in the world through her charitable and advocacy work. This is because of her own personal experiences and her sincere desire to make other people's lives better. Relationships with friends and family. Jennifer's life in Hollywood has revolved much around the close ties she has grown to have with other actors and business professionals. Renowned for her authentic attitude to life, Jennifer has grown close to many of her colleagues. Her relationships with other artists often transcend the confines of her professional life and grow into personal ties, providing her with encouragement and understanding. Her ability to effectively navigate the constraints and expectations of working in Hollywood has come from these friendships. Among all the flash and glitter, they provide her a sense of normalcy and a support system that grounds her more. Not only does these relationships help her in her personal life, but they also offer a consistent source of support for her through trying conditions. Despite the fact that Jennifer has been estranged from her mother for a considerable amount of time, the relationship between the two of them has been progressing in the direction of reconciliation and development. Over the course of many years, they have made efforts to repair the harm that has been done to their relationship by resolving previous misunderstandings and paving the way toward a shared understanding that is founded on the experiences that they have had in common. There has been a significant impact on Jennifer's personal life as a result of the changes that have occurred in the dynamics of their family. As a result of her efforts to rebuild her relationship with her family, she has developed emotional depth and stability, which has enabled her to become more connected to her family and to create new memories that are filled with delight. It has been a life-altering experience for her to go through the process of healing and rebuilding, which has assisted her in defining her family and the ties she has with others. Jennifer is an example of grace and acceptance when it comes to her approach to aging in the entertainment industry within Hollywood. Even though she recognizes that the changes that come with age are unavoidable, she views them as possibilities for personal growth rather than hurdles. She sees them as opportunities for growth. Her perspective on aging is one of empowerment, since she welcomes the knowledge and experience that come along with getting older. By demonstrating a good view of the ever-changing nature of her life and job, Jennifer demonstrates her resilience and flexibility, which enables her to adapt to new circumstances. Jennifer's approach to these developments exemplifies her ability to adapt to new circumstances. Jennifer is determined going forward to reach both her personal and professional goals. She sees herself working in the future doing a range of things, including both fresh pursuits and ones she has always loved. Her future goals involve assuming a range of roles that would push her creatively and hence help her grow as an artist. From a personal perspective, Jennifer is committed to strengthening her relationships and engaging in events that make her happy and successful. She approaches the future actively since she plans to keep growing and having a major influence in all spheres of her life. Her style is marked by a proactive attitude. Jennifer Aniston's private life holds surprising layers and depth. To explore more about her journey, click on the video popping up on your screen. Like and subscribe to stay updated with more intriguing stories and insights.